Hey, you guys. So today I wanted to get on here and I want to talk about an important topic. And I feel like this topic does not get talked about enough. It's easy for people to say that they have limitations, but have we really unpacked the foundation of boundaries yet? I feel like boundaries are very important. Like, you can't go around letting people talk to you any type of way. You can't go around accepting things and saying yes to anything that you really don't feel comfortable doing. You can't go around and do favor after favor for a person when you know at the end of the day it's going to set you back. It's going to set you back mentally, physically, financially, emotionally, all of those aspects, right? So today, your girl Sweet Stardom is on here to talk to you guys about setting healthy boundaries and how to move forward from that. Y'all see me trying to sit up in my chair because we finna get into it real quick. Boundaries, y'all, and it can stem from anything. Let's talk about different form of boundaries, right? We're gonna get into friendships, relationships, family, all that. We're gonna get into boundaries between people who are replaceable and boundaries between people who are not so replaceable, like your kids, okay? Because it's time to set boundaries with them too. Can I be real with y'all? Y'all need to log off. It's time to set boundaries. And I'm looking at my daughter. It's time to set boundaries with everyone in your life. Everybody has a form of limit. I was watching this public platform, right? And they were talking about presidency and would you still vote for your president no matter what they did? Like, do you have a boundary with that president or would you have their back regardless? And surprisingly, a lot of people in the room stood up for yes, they will still vote for the president of their choice regardless of what they did. They have no boundary. Even if the president went around saying racial slurs or called somebody a discriminatory name, they still would vote for that person at the end of the day because somebody has to get voted for ultimately. But personally, your girl feel like it has to be some sort of boundary in your life, and we can't look at things that way. We just can't. We can't look at things that way. So let's start with friendships. When you have a friend who is pouring their whole heart into the phone, right? And you try to be there for that person. You like, girl, I'm your listening ear. I'm here if you need a shoulder to cry on. Blah, J, Skipty Woo. Shout out to all my old heads. That's what we say. Blah, J, Skipty Woo. I'm here for everything that you want to talk about. If that friend is bringing you down more and they're depressing you because they're laying their whole life story on your heart. Hey, Mental. Hi, nice to meet you. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. I love giving advice out. Hi, Sahil. How you doing? Let me know in the comments where you guys are from. Hi, Billy. Hey, y'all. Let me know where you from. So if you have that friend, ooh, it's 33 of y'all on here right now. If you have that friend and you just feel like they're bringing you down. Hey, Tanisha. Oh, okay. Nice to meet you. Make sure to subscribe. You're from India. Ooh, okay, y'all. I'm from Indiana. Yeah, I'm from Indiana. You have that friend that feels like they're bringing you down a lot. They're weighing a lot on you, and you feel like it's emotionally bringing you down. It's stressing you out. It's okay to have a boundary with that friend, right? Who has a person like that, whether it's a friend, family member, ex, spouse, and you just feel like they want to weigh their entire day on you, and it's overwhelming you to the point where you have to set a boundary. You have to be like, I don't have the capacity to sit here and listen to your entire life story every single time that I talk about you. I don't have the capacity to deal with your victim mentality every single time that we hold a communication conversation. It just seems like every day is something new of something happening in your life and it's drama. If you know a person like that, it's okay. You ain't got to hurt their feelings, but it's okay to have a healthy conversation with them. Your videos are amazing. Thank you so much. Hey, Aklesh. Thank you for tuning in. It's okay to tell those people that you no longer have the capacity to listen to all of this. Like, it's really giving me a headache. I had an old friend in the past, and this homegirl used to tell me every single thing. I felt like I was this girl, dear diary, right? So I felt like every single day it would be something, and she would weigh it on me heavy like Star, and it'd be some bombshells. Sometimes it'd be petty stuff, but I just didn't have the emotional capacity to deal with that every single day and play therapist, right? Some friends or family member will weigh on you Like therapists, I put it like that. If you one of those people, give yourself the 6 month rule, right? In 6 months, this will no longer matter. In 6 months, I won't feel these same emotions today than I will in the future. Personally, I don't even remember what I was going through 6 months ago. I'm pretty sure within 6 months, something threw me off. But I don't remember that exact setting with those emotions at that time. You know what I mean? What's the time right now there? Right now it is 12:50 p.m. What's your time over there? In 6 months, it will not even be the same. And that's how you got to think about things before you pour your heart. A lot of the times, if you want to journal or if you want to pray about it to whoever your higher person is, then just let it go afterwards. But when you dwell on it and you start pouring yourself out to family and friends every day, what you would realize is a lot of people don't care about you or your situation the same way that you would care about yourself, right? And does that make you feel good knowing that at the end of the day, you all you truly got? That's why I just say to myself, baby, at the end of the day, I'm all I truly have. Sometimes, yeah, it feels good venting, but sometimes I really just need to pray to my God, the God that I believe in, the God that I serve, pray about it, journal about it, and let it go. Because telling everybody won't always fix my situations. It won't. It'll just make me feel more of an empty void in the end, knowing that I expressed myself that much to a person where as soon as I get done talking at the end of the conversation, they just say, dang, that's messed up. Dang. Yeah, I feel you. Dang, that's crazy. Have you ever did that? Where you overly express yourself to a person at the end of the conversation, it just said, dang, that's crazy. Then that person maybe you shouldn't be venting to so much. Now let's talk about healthy boundaries when it comes to people like family members. If you have those type of family members who talk to you crazy, and yeah, y'all know who I'm talking about, maybe your mom, dad, brother, sister, auntie, who talk about your weight gain, your weight loss, they try to put it like you crazy, they feel just comfortable talking to you any type of way. Hey, Sanju. They talk about you any type of way and they expect you to just sit there and eat that. They expect you to just be okay with that. You have to create a boundary. You have to tell them, hey, this does not make me feel good when you talk to me this way. This makes me feel sad. This makes me feel upset. And if they feel like you being too emotional, too sensitive, be real with them. This is going to make me stop talking to you. This is going to make me remove myself from your life. So now it's getting deeper than just my feelings hurt, right? Because this is to the point now where I feel like I got to do something about it. So either you're going to respect me or you're going to disrespect me in the comfort of your own home to yourself and whoever else you please. But I'm not going to be anywhere present. You're not going to talk about my current news. That's fake news or old news, right? Because you don't know the current me to talk about my life. I'm gone. I removed myself from that situation. And if a person really cared about you, even if they felt like it was constructive criticism, even if they feel like they were just joking, right? Because a lot of times when people offend us, they say that you can't take a joke. If they feel like you were just they were just joking, and you actually tell them you're gonna remove yourself from their lives, if they really cared about you, they would do anything within their boundary to make you stay, right? To convince you to stay. But if they don't do that, it shows where their boundary is at with you. It shows that they have more of a limit with you than what you had with them. So what does that mean? That means we need to tighten up, right? We need to do a house sweep. You need to tighten up if you feel like people are disrespecting you and they don't care about changing or losing you. You got to tighten up. Where you from? Hey, Gamers Code. I am from Indiana. Where are you from? Y'all make sure to subscribe to my channel, y'all. I give advice and everything all the time. Now, let's move into who's calling me doing this. Oh, I'm gonna do that fake. I'm gonna do that phone call later. That's fake news. Somebody say, "Sweet Star, you are on live, baby. Tighten up." That is fake news. So yeah, let's go into this idea of boundaries when it comes to relationships, right? So when you're in a relationship and you trying to set your healthy boundary, y'all, I'm watching them go to voicemail. Ain't that crazy? When you watch a person like, dang, you ain't gonna hang up playing, like you gonna let this ring the voicemail, you gonna let the song play out. So yeah, isn't that crazy where you're in a relationship and you're setting your boundaries, but you feel like your spouse or your partner does not respect that. If you feel like the person that you are with, the person that you are giving your emotional time to, the person who you can't easily leave about your life, you can leave them or they can leave you. If they don't care about it, if they're not respecting your boundary, if your man know that your boundary is, let's say y'all new in a relationship and you asked him to respect that you at work. You know what I mean? Like, babe, from 9 to 5, I'm focused. Any other time, I'm yours. But for 9 to 5, leave me alone. I'm going to focus on work. And he keep blowing up your phone. He keep trying to accuse you, have all these different accusations that you doing other stuff, and you letting him know 9 to 5, I am off your clock and I'm on my clock trying to get my money. That is me time. 9 to 5, I'm focused on work. I'm do not disturb. And he act like he don't understand that. That's him not respecting your boundary. Same thing vice versa if it was a woman. That's her not respecting your boundary. So that's when it's time to reevaluate the relationship. And if you let them know this consistent habit, because you're going to end up making me lose my job. That's something I don't play about, right? My phone can't be going off while I'm on live. People don't like that. But if you feel like they not respecting your boundary and it's time to reevaluate the relationship and they might have to actually end up packing and leaving and they don't care about letting you go, baby, let them stay where they lay. Let them leave. Let them leave. I'm all for letting a person leave gracefully. And it's not even about letting, because people going to do what they want to do regardless. I'm more for introducing them to the door, right? Or leaving myself before I let somebody sit up here and play in my face. Before I let somebody sit up here and play with my boundary. Before I sit up here and let somebody put me in a position where I can actually lose something that I'm working hard for just to please them. Just to sit up here and do what they wanted me to do. Just so they could feel good that they're getting chosen. And that is so crazy. And let's take it a step further. When it comes to parenting, always put your kids first. Always choose your kids. That shouldn't even be a choice. But if you have that type of spouse that it seems like they want you to choose between them and your kids, is that a good thing? Is that positive parenting? Should that even be a choice? Should your girl be tripping about you finna do another visitation with your son, your daughter? Should your man be tripping about you can't get a babysitter tonight? Always put your kids first. You need to have some sort of boundary. Now let's talk about kids since we getting on them, y'all. Have boundaries with your kids too. You like how I didn't yell about that? I'm talking to my daughter. Have boundaries with your kids too. Like, not too much. Have boundaries with your kids too. Stop letting your kids run all over the place. Oh, stop it. Bedtime, 8 o'clock. 9 if they nice. Bedtime. But don't let them kids stay up till 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. And then you wondering why they're not doing well at school. You wonder why they falling asleep at school and you keep getting a call from the teacher. You're worried about how they talking back. But you sitting up here arguing with your babe back and forth. Look, listen, I'm not going to argue with you. It's one thing to have disagreements, player. But I'm not going to argue about you in front of my kids. I'm not going to argue with you. Because what's going to happen when the daddy arguing with his girl, right? The girl popping off that daddy, and then his 13-year-old daughter see it, and then she starts talking to him crazy. She starts talking to him the way the girlfriend talks to him because, I see the way y'all be arguing. That's not okay. Have a healthy boundary in your household. It needs to be a respect level between you, your spouse, and your children. But if everybody in the household is turned up, there's no peace, and there's no way to escalate and dissolve situations. There's no boundary when it comes to that. Y'all need to have structure. When it comes to kids, boundaries are pretty much structure. No eating on my couch, right? Take it back to the old school days. What Granny used to say, this couch is wrapped. Don't nobody sit on this living room couch. Sitting is for the dining room table, right? You need to have some sort of boundaries. Now, things are a little bit relaxed than how it used to be back in the day, but I still got boundaries. Don't sit on that coffee table. That coffee table is not for sitting. That's for coffee. And I'm doing all tricks and jokes just to kind of get y'all to relate and make it fun and lighthearted. But at the same token, all of this is real. You can't go around doing that. Y'all can't go around just, letting people walk all over you. And it's not about a form or a sense of control. It's just you being in control of your own life. You having say so about what I will and will not accept. I'm not trying to change that person, but around me, with me, baby, you can't do that. No, no. You can't do that. My boundary is, yeah, you my boo babe, but you got your own car. You can't go around driving mine. You can't just be riding around. You got your own car. Yeah, real bad. That's my boundary. My boundary is, if we're fresh dating, no, you cannot up and move in with me. That is my boundary. I got my own stuff to work on. I don't even know you. That's my boundary, right? My boundary is, if I don't know who all gonna be there, I ain't going to your house. My boundary is, I'm not letting my kids go to that sleepover. My boundary is, can we do it? I'm not gonna let anybody talk to me any type of way at work, boss or not. I'm the boss of my own life. Yeah, I still have a work task to perform. I still have my work duties, but respect, it gotta be mutual. That's my boundary. And I hope that this video is helping somebody today. I hope that it's helping you get the, motivation and encouragement you need to stand on your own life, to make yourself a high priority. You can't, because every time you lose your boundary, it's like you prioritizing someone else. It's as if you giving somebody the keys to your life to say, run it the way you want to. It's like you're allowing somebody else to be the landlord over your life and you a tenant. How that work? That's what happened every time you give your boundary and you give in to other people. Stop giving them rides if they ain't got no gas money. My boundary is, you got to have gas, right? My boundary is, if I don't feel like it, I ain't going. I'm not going just because you want to turn up and you feeling bored. No. That come with too much for me. I'm tired. I'm sleepy. My boundary is, I'm not going to sit up here and grandparents, I'm not going to sit up here and babysit your kids. Just because you want to go out. I don't feel like it tonight. Granny in the bed sleep. I ain't got no grandkids, but that would be my boundary, okay? I'm not just no open book. I'm talking to my daughter. Well, you could just drop your kids off. Excuse me, this is private conversation. Well, you could just drop your kids off at any time and you feel like I'm just going to be there, okay? Because when I get to that age, Granny going to have a life too. Back. Yeah, you got to have a boundary. Y'all gotta stand. It say stand for something or fall for anything. Who has ever heard that? You gotta stand for something or fall from anything. Hey, Dion. Greetings from Germany. Ooh, how are you? I'm doing well. How you doing? I am from Indiana. Be sure to like, share, comment, most importantly, subscribe. I'm trying to have my channels grow. Hey, DNS sisters. Hi. I am talking about boundaries, right? So we're talking about how we can't allow everybody to disrespect us, because that's ultimately what it is when we allow a person to cross our boundaries. And sometimes a person is not even aware that they're disrespecting us, right? Sometimes we disrespect ourselves for allowing you to cross that boundary and we not say anything. If I know that this hurts me, or this is bothering me, or if this is inconvenient for me, it's my job to speak up, not only so you won't do it anymore, but speak up for myself so I can feel good at the end of the day. Because one thing you don't want to do is allow a person to continuously cross your boundaries and they're not even aware of it, and then you make them feel uncomfortable and like, see, nah, it's cool, that's why I don't even ask people for the, and then they quit on you. I'd rather put out my boundaries before I even give in and then do what you will with that information. Okay, I'm okay. I just enrolled into university and I'm having a lot of stress and fights with parents because they are unsupportive, but all in all, okay. I study Scandinavistics, and I might be able to study a year in Sweden next year. Wow. Ooh, look. Congratulations. I got one hand on the phone, but this is my clap. Congratulations. Yes. Wow. Okay, that's big. But as far as these stress and fights, I'm glad that you, first of all, thank you so much. When you watch my channel, you will know I have something called Dear Star. And whenever people have situations, they either DM me, put it in the comments below, or they email me and I answer it within videos. I give shout outs, or if you want to remain anonymous, I do that as well. So your question and your problem goes perfectly aligned of what I do. I am a certified life and business coach. So that makes you feel more comfortable talking to me. But yeah, as far as your stress and your fights, I just thank you so much. As far as your stress and your fights, you got to take it one day at a time, and you got to remember your boundaries. And that is very unfortunate. I really dislike that for you. And I wish that this world was a better place where people didn't do any fighting, people didn't do any bullying, because it all stems from jealousy. You want me to be honest? It all stems from jealousy, baby. They jealous of you. They jealous of something. If a person just irks you so much to the point where you got to fight them, you got to bully them, it's something in there that makes them jealous of you. And it ain't even get, okay, let's say they ain't jealous of your looks, right? Let's say they're not jealous of your clothes. They're not jealous of your money. They're not jealous of your shoes. They're not jealous of your hair, anything. They jealous of your spirit. They jealous because you shine bright. They jealous because they could see a certain innocence from you, and they're trying to take that away from you. Have you ever heard about the term people say somebody's trying to steal your star, right? Look into it if y'all haven't. They're trying to steal that piece of innocence from you, and never let them do that. You hold your head up high, like I'm pretty sure you have been doing. Continue to do that, and you will flourish so much. Let's get into some of these other comments. How do you tell people that you are not friends with them but keep talking to you after you try to? Okay, DNS sister. All right. I got you. I got you. Oh my gosh, that is so funny. I had this girl, and she kept trying to be my dang on friend, y'all. Like, she wanted to be my friend so bad. And it's crazy because we had mutual friends. So it isn't like it isn't like live or social media where I could just not respond to her or block her or something like that. If I go to a party or I go to an event, 9 times out of 10, I'm going to see her there because of mutual friends, right? So she wants to be my friend so bad. And I hope that my story can help you. She wants to be my friend so bad. I had to have a conversation with her, and I was just honest. I said, hey, I'm going to be real with you right now. I'm working on myself, and I'm really trying to focus on my own life. I have a lot going on, and I don't think right now is the best space for me to start any friendships. You know what I mean? I can't give you the time that you seeking. I can't give you the effort that you seeking because I'm still trying to figure it out. There's no bad blood between us. We still cool. But as far as friends though, I just need to take a step back. I just need to work on me. Whenever you don't want to hurt a person's feelings, y'all just don't match. It's a little bit different with friendships versus relationships. I would say with relationships, don't even give that person a hope. Just tell them straight up, like, I don't feel like we're compatible. I'm just going to be honest with you. But as far as friendships, do what you will. I do think it has a lot to do with the maturity level of that person as well. But just make sure that you don't overstep your boundary. If they still try to convince you to be their friend, then yeah, it depends on how persistent that person is. Like, don't be mean to them or nothing. And then it's all about y'all's safety too. I care a lot about y'all's safety. So don't just go off and, pick apart a person's flaws, because you never know how they're going to respond. Make sure you cool, you safe in that situation, especially if they know where you live at, you work at, all this, that. That's why I said maybe go the approach where you tell them you're working on yourself. That's a little bit easier, you know what I mean, than to just be straight, blunt, and forward if they have that much access to you. Let's go into these comments. I'm a trans guy. My parents are strict and very intolerant. Okay. So your parents are strict as well. And are they non-accepting? It's because, I read that one already. I respect different opinions to this topic. However, my parents threatened me with exorcism. Really? I slept by the river last night and I'm having trouble with eating stuff. I just have no appetite and no will to live, to be honest. First of all, every life is valuable. Please don't think like that. Like, if you ain't got nobody to talk to, DM, I'm here. Sweet Star, talk to me on my live, baby. I just feel like you are worth it. And you got to realize how much you're worth it. And I did a live about this yesterday, baby. are more blessed than we think. No matter who you believe in, no matter who's your higher power, even if you don't believe, you got to believe in yourself. You know what I mean? We are more blessed than what we think. And it's always somebody, unfortunately, who's doing worse than us. Even me sitting on this live, baby, I don't have it all together. I don't have it all together, but I know that you are worth staying here for. I don't care if it's one people, two people on my life. If I can make a change in one person's life, if I can make a difference, please don't ever think like that again. You are here for a reason, right? And I want you to do this tonight if you can. I want you to write down all the things that you are grateful for, all the good things that have actually happened to you in your life, all the positivity in your life, right? Write that down and just look at it and count your blessings. I'm still breathing. I'm still here. It's some people that were very successful in life, but yesterday was their last day breathing, right? That's unfortunate. All that goes out the window if you're not here no more. The only thing you can leave behind is money and a legacy. But if you're not here no more, you're no longer in the race. You're no longer on the map. It's all over. So count your blessings with being here and cherish every day that you are. It's plenty of people who didn't even get a chance before their life even started. I lost my child last year. My child never even got a chance to live in this world. That's why I'm so passionate, and I really wish that you don't feel like that. I can't tell you how to feel, but the only thing I could tell you without even knowing you is that you are worth it and you deserve to be here. I got nobody, so it feels good talking to you. You finna make me cry. Like I'm glad that it feels good. I believe in Odin, like horse mythology. Okay, you already helped me a lot just talking to me. Thank you so much. You so welcome. You so welcome. And anytime that I'm doing my videos, feel free to talk to me in the comments below. Like I said, it's all in my description box. So when this live is over, my email's in that description box. My Facebook, my TikTok, if you're on other social media platforms, you can follow me. I'm not hard to talk to. I'm always here. If you need advice, you can hit me up privately. If you want me to do a review video, like if you say, Star, I'm going through this, can you do a video talking about fake friends or, family or whatever the case is, I could do that too. Like I'm just here, and it's not all for views and money. Like I said, if you want to just stay private, you could private message me and we could talk. She also, okay, going back to DNS Sisters, I'm on Insta. Now, see, look, the only thing I don't have is Instagram. I know, don't cancel me. I don't have Instagram. I'm on YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok. I used to be on Snapchat, but I deleted it. But I don't have Insta. Okay, DNS Sisters. Who is this blowing me up? No good, no good. Okay, it's okay. She also copies everything I do. If I wear something, she has to has it too. It's like she's my twin or something. I feel so comfortable, and I told her I didn't want to be friends, and she told the teachers. Really? So she told the teachers that you said you didn't want to be friends, and she even copied you wearing everything that you wear, and you feel uncomfortable like she's your twin or something, like she's really trying to. No, I know what you meant. You feel uncomfortable. Like she's your twin or something, like she's trying to live your life. How old are you, DNS Sisters? Because I want to get my daughter input on that. Because you said you told the teachers. Are you in college, high school, middle school, like what? I want to get my daughters, because she's standing right here. I want to get my daughter input. You 11. Marsha, come here. Perfect. Yeah. So what how do you feel about that? You got to speak up so she can hear you.
Like how she copies her and stuff?
Yeah, she's in 6th grade.
I mean, she should be your friend should be your other person.
Come on. She coming. It's better if you look at her face. Come on, you fine. Come on. She coming.
Oh,
here she go. All right, so I'm gonna read back her comment to you so you could give her advice. Okay. She said,
oh, hello.
Okay, she said that the girl copied her, and it's like they twins or something. She always wants to wear everything she wears, and she told the teacher, and the teacher said that, she told the teacher that she's being mean to her pretty much by saying she don't want to be friends no more.
Oh, I got a lot of things to say about that, but like on this live, what I really gotta say,
she good.
just just ignore her. And if it
Mhm.
gets down to that point, then you should like, if she's like targeting you on purpose, you should tell like the principal about it or
Yep.
something, and make sure your parents know about it too. And you know,
Okay, come on.
if it really goes down to that point, just tell the principal.
Yep. Tell the principal. Tell your parents about it. Tell a counselor. I'm pretty sure that a lot of these schools have like guidance counselors and things like that, but do not stand for bullying. That is your boundary, right? You can't let someone, because that is a form of bullying. That's a form of disrespecting you because she's ultimately trying to portray your life. If you feel like that's scary and you feel like that person is making you very uncomfortable, it is real, baby, out here. Like, people will try to live your whole life. They won't want you to have other friends. They won't want you to have relationships with other people. If they feel like somebody else is getting close to you, they'll try to sabotage and ruin that. And the reason why I got my daughter into this conversation is because she had a friend like that. Now, it wasn't to the extent of the friend trying to copy her physically and wear everything that she wear, but her friend was a very jealous person. So if you really feel like this girl might be a danger to you, it's time for you to reach out to teachers or guidance counselors or the principal, somebody yourself. Like, you're doing the right thing by expressing it. First of all, thank you so much for telling me, right? But we need to get another adult involved, possibly, who's even closer to where you're physically at. So if it's a parent that's there, or whoever your guardian is, or a principal or a teacher, just like how she ran and told the teachers on you, don't let the girl set you up. Don't let her paint you out like you're the bad guy. You go ahead, even if it sound petty tick for tack, you know what you're doing, right? And you know that your safety comes first. Your safety is more important than looking cool or not looking like a snitch or anything like that. Baby, I was telling somebody a second if I feel like you out for me. I'm just going to be real with you. So if you feel like this girl is potentially causing you harm, yeah, it is time to tell somebody on her. It's time to document everything. If she send you any type of text messages, first of all, you could block her number, block her on social media, whatever the case is, but you got to have some type of boundary with that girl. So if she's making you feel uncomfortable, save everything, screenshot. My daughter's a screenshot queen, okay? And when she got into a little spat with her ex-friend, she documented everything. She screenshotted everything. And the way that she left this friendship is, and I'm going to tell you this. The way that my daughter left this friendship is, she told the girl, I can no longer talk to you. You're making me very uncomfortable. The girl tried to get one of the girls who my daughter was not really that cool with, right? The girl and my daughter wasn't cool with this other young lady. We're just going to call her Tia for the sake of the video. My daughter's friend tried to get Tia to ultimately fight my daughter in a way. Like, she tried to go back and tell Tia, even though the friend wasn't cool with Tia herself. She tried to tell Tia how my daughter didn't like her. She tried to tell Tia how my daughter wanted to fight her. My daughter felt this type of, way about her. And she tried to get Tia riled up so Tia could gang up on my daughter, her and Tia. And that's not healthy. So before it gets to that point where the girl try to get other girls to, maybe fight you or get into it with you, I think you do need to let someone know. I'm 18, but still very dependent of my parents as long as they pay for university and all. It's hard to find a job here. No joke. I wish I had a mother like you growing up, not gonna lie. See? Thank you so much. And my daughter, her friends say that a lot. And I wish that a lot of parents would take their kids' situations into consideration before just jumping down their throat. Sometimes you got to see how your kids feel. Sometimes you got to realize, even you're still 18, but you're still a baby. Like, I get it, you're grown. No disrespect to you or nothing like that. But you still have plenty of room to grow from your mistakes, and you still have challenges, real challenges that you face still as a teenager. You have a lot to learn. When I was 18, I had my daughter when I was 17. So just to put that out there, I didn't know a lot about the world that I know now at 31. I'm 31 years old. I didn't know a lot of what I know now back when I was 17, 18, right? And I wish that I was guided into a certain direction. I knew that my mother did the best that she knew how to do. I love my mom. But when I hear people say that they wish they had a mother like me growing up, I understand that too. I feel like I have a healthy balance of structure and acceptance. I would accept you for who you are. You know what I mean? But then I will help you guide into the person who you're trying to become. The version that you're trying to become. 18 is still hard out there in this world. It's hard with life. It's hard at 31. You know what I mean? But if anything, I could at least be an encouraging ear, an encouraging word for you to be a positive role model. If y'all need a big sister, if I'm giving y'all a big sister vibe, if I'm giving y'all auntie vibe, if I'm giving y'all mama vibe, by all means, welcome to the family. Y'all officially adopted. Just don't call me Grady. Just don't. Because I'm 31. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's toxic. Don't do that. But if I'm the mama to y'all, the big sister, the auntie, by all means, come on, Sweet Star Squad. Welcome. I think I should officially pronounce myself something. Like everybody's auntie,
Yeah.
everybody big sister, everybody mama. It's something. I don't know what category I fit in because I feel like I'm still fairly young. But I feel like I have an old soul. And I feel like I'm very mature for my age. And then the glasses ain't helping it, you know. So I don't know. Let's see. It's a little hard because I kind of feel bad because she has no friends and everyone is rude to her. Ooh, if that's not my daughter, old friend.
Yup. Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
So we just gonna call her. Let's say a fake name. We just gonna call her. Go ahead.
Bree.
We're gonna call her Bree for the sake of the video. Bree was like that, y'all. Bree didn't have any friends. I used to actually feel sorry for Bree. Bree used to call me Mama Mars. She used to call me Mama Mars, and she used to say, well, all my daughter friends call me Mama Mars. But Bree just used to be like, she didn't have any friends, and she had thoughts of no longer being here and unaliving herself and things like that. And it also got to the point where I had to reach out to Bree's grandmother, like, okay, what is going on? And Bree's grandmother was aware of all of this that was happening. I said, I feel like Bree should be in some sort of counseling or something like this. This is not okay. And this is not something that we just need to sweep under the rug like she'll grow out of it. Let's normalize parents knowing that when your children say they no longer want to be here, you need to pay attention to that. That would hurt me. That would hurt me that you feel like that. Anybody, that would hurt me that you feel like that. But sweeping it under the rug, feeling like that's just a phase that your child going through is not okay. That really needs to get addressed. A lot of parents are contemplating with taking their kids to therapy because they don't want it to look like they failed. They don't want it to look like something is wrong with their parenting. They feel like that is disrespectful for their child to say that, and then they got to go to the lady to help them fix it. No, it's about your child's life. Forget how you feel. Forget if you feel like you failed or not. We are humans. Some of the people who have the best lives are the ones that end up unaliving themselves. Look it up if you don't believe me. It's a lot of people who are wealthy, healthy, and they still are unsatisfied in some type of aspect of their life. Some aspect they are unsatisfied and they're taking their own lives. So I feel like, yes, therapy or talking to people are very important. Let's normalize our kids having boundaries and knowing y'all boundaries. You know when this is too much for you. You know when you just have to get this off your chest and talk to someone. And that is okay. And your feelings matter. No matter if anybody tell you, oh, well, it's okay. This is just some middle school stuff. This is just some elementary school stuff. This is petty, girls being girls, tick for tack. No, this is real. You feel like this person is not making you feel safe. And you have every right and reason to feel safe in your own school just the same way that she do. You shouldn't have to be guilt tripped into just because she doesn't have friends. You feel like you have to stay with her and accept things that are above your boundary line. You have boundaries, right? You have boundaries, and you ain't got to hate the girl. You don't have to be beefing with her. But if you don't feel comfortable being friends, you just feel like, it sounds like this young girl has a lot of attachment issues. And that's what Bree had, my daughter's friend. It sounds like she has attachment issues. She just wants the closeness of someone, but she doesn't know how to set a boundary. She doesn't know how to say, I can't be in this person's skin. I have to love this person in a healthy way. But if it feels like she's getting obsessive over it, yeah, I would say speak up. If she's not getting a hint, tell her straight up. Okay, let's see. There was also a phase where I locked myself in my room and didn't eat or drink for like 3 days. I'm scared that I'll return to that. Okay, so you have a new son now. I have two kids. I have a daughter. She'll be 13 in January, and then I have a son. He's 9. I had a third child, but that child passed last year. But as far as you being locked, locked in your room for 3 days, okay, you didn't eat or drink. Now, did your parents, okay, well, you said you 18, so technically they wouldn't get in trouble with that. I was going to ask did they provide you with food, water, things like that, or that's a whole CPS case if they neglecting you in that way. But you said you 18, so I get it. I get it. That is very tough. Unfortunately, and I know that it's very hard, but you might have to get a job, you know? Can you adopt me? Oh, I wish I could. I wish I could. I wish I could. I really wish I could. I tell my kids all the time if I could adopt a child, I would. My mother didn't care at all about that or my feelings. I know. And I'm sorry for that. It hurts me just knowing that you going through that. I feel like every child deserves everybody, but especially every child because that's the growing foundation. Every child needs a chance of happiness to know what that's like. When you become an adult, you choose whether you want to be happy in the ways that you want to be happy. That's not really on your parents to, mold that for you. But as a child, it's 100% on them. And with you being 18, you are still a child. It was still your parents' responsibility to set that foundation for you to mold you into who you are today. But if you didn't get a fighting chance, if it's always been drama or you feel like neglect, then that is not fair to you. You know what I mean? So I'm sorry, you get me caught up. It's just not fair. And I hate seeing people, you know, in that situation where they just feel like their life is not worth living because life is so beautiful. Life is so beautiful. And it's not about money. It's not about traveling. It's not about different sceneries. It's just about you as a human. Your life is so beautiful. And just by the way you talking to me, you have a beautiful soul. And I want to make sure you know it. Do you know what 18-year-olds are doing nowadays? They out here wild and they on the streets. They not trying to listen to YouTube videos about how to set boundaries and better live their life. You winning. You are winning. Let me know if you know that. Do you know how much you are winning? And there's also a girl who always gets bullied for not smelling the best. Everything that you telling me, my daughter has experienced people going through the same thing as that in their school. It was a boy, and he was a heavier set boy, and they used to always get on him for smelling musty. And he had a really good spirit. Like, he didn't let that break him. He showed up to school every single day. He continued to focus on his work and things like that. You can't let people get you down because the girl who's not smelling too good, it can be one of, I'm just going to say 3, 4 things. Either her parents are neglecting her, which is really not her fault. And your age in 6th grade, you know, they might not think about it like, let me take a shower every single day. Let me make sure that I'm clean regardless before I go to school. A lot of that is still up to the parents, right? So maybe the parents are neglecting her. Maybe the parents got a lot going on, and it's not necessarily neglect, but maybe the mom working 2 jobs or trying to go to school or trying to, dealing with her own depression, because we all have been there. I have dealt with depression as well before, so we all have been there. Maybe it's a situation where, they're having water issues, plumbing issues. Maybe it's a situation where they have body odor. Like, some people really can't help it. And they could be suggested to switch their deodorants, their soap, stuff like that makes it easier. But sometimes it really is BO. That's body odor. Sometimes people really do suffer from BO, and it's not much that they can really do about that. Let's read some comments. I tried to help her so much. You are a good friend. Whether you see it or not, you are a good friend. You are a healthy version of a relationship, and that's going to help you for your future too, whether it's your boss, your co-workers, when you get older, you having kids of your own, both of y'all. It's going, the way that y'all are right now, you are some of the few good people left in this world. I could just tell by the mannerisms, the way that you guys are talking to me, venting to me, the way that you guys are trying to solve your own situations, the way that you guys still care about people, even if you feel like they're not taking your feelings into consideration. Do you feel like that? I call that being an empath. You guys feel the emotions of others, even through the stuff that you guys are currently dealing with. You still deal with the feelings of others, and you want to help solve their situations. And I'm like that too. That's why we relate to each other so much. Let's read some comments. My parents are divorced, both with new partners. My father isn't even interested in me and never calls me. And my mother is just very bad towards me. I get it. I get it. Wow. I get it. A lot of the times, especially the way that the world is today, a lot of fathers are absent compared to mothers in their kids' lives, right? That's just a hard pill that we have to swallow. Sometimes mom is there more. Now, the problem comes in where mom's there more, but mom's not really there. You get it? When you only have one parent, essentially, everybody has two sets of parent, a set of parents coming into this world. But as far as raising, growing, molding, foundation, you only have one parent who's doing the work. But what happens when that one parent who's doing the work is not really there for you? It gets kind of tricky, right? And this is what I was telling you. As much as it's scary and you just turned 18, first of all, I'm not pressuring you, and never let nobody pressure you. You need to get a job. You need to work. You're 18. You're just you still a baby. You just stepping out into this world. You know what I mean? But given your situation, my best advice to you is you might have to try to get a job, You might have to get a job, and you might have to start saving your checks, or if your parents are giving you allowance, start putting some of that to the side. I know you might want the newest clothes out, the newest video games, the newest, whatever you could get, iPad, Stanley, all that stuff. But you might have to start saving your money, and you might have to think of an exit plan. And now I would advise that to you as being 18. And I advise to you the same thing that I advise to people in relationships, right? And let's compare the two. When you're ready to leave, when you feel like that person is no longer healthy for you to be with, save your money, think of a exit plan, even if it take you a couple of months. But when you financially stable, just so you won't be out in the streets, when it's that green light, go, leave. So even with your parents, you 18, and if your mom is already being neglectful, your time, unfortunately, might be right around the corner to the point where she's expecting you to move out. So start saving up before it even gets to that point. So if she pulls a move like that, you'll already be able to bounce, and you'll have a new place lined up, or you'll have the money to get you a new place. So that might have to be your next step. And if you need, as far as any advice about how does a security deposit work, you're going to need the security deposit. You're going to need the first month rent. You're going to have your job for a little while. Maybe 6 months to a year. This is going to be for the long game. We're doing end game with this, right? So these are going to be long-term plans for a short-term situation. Even when you're at school, it's different grants and things you could apply for, different loans. And you might not want to do a loan. I understand that. But if you're really trying to get on your own feet and financially not have to rely on your mom so much, that might be something that you need to look into, just so you can work towards getting your apartment. In college, dorms, you might want to live on campus, so you won't have to deal with certain things. Okay, let's see. I don't know. Let's see. Let me make sure. I don't know. I feel like I don't deserve anything, to be honest. I feel lost. I could not find any friends at university, but I also don't want to annoy anybody with my problems. Okay. On campus, because do you live on campus? On campus, okay, hold on. I'm grabbing me a bottle of water from downstairs. I'll be right back. Okay. So let me jump to the other situation and then I'll come back to you to make sure you watch it. Me and my best friends always stick up for her. Her mom is a doctor and the girl goes to therapy because of their situation and her grandma takes care of her and has 3 siblings. This sounds just like Bree. Just like my daughter's situation with her old friend. The grandma was taking care of her. You felt sorry. Are you talking about the girl who giving like obsessive vibes, or are you talking about the girl with the body odor? Because they're 2 different people, right? Because I want to make sure I got it right before I go along. Let me scroll up the comments so I can reread it. Yeah, okay, so I see they are 2 different people. So who mom is the doctor? The girl with the body odor. Okay, thank you. The mom is a doctor, and the girl goes to therapy because of the situation, and her grandma takes care of her and her 3 siblings. Okay, so the mom is extremely busy. Get it? So the grandma takes care of her and the kids. Now, with her living with her grandma, it's a possibility, especially if she has an older grandma. And I'm speaking from experience. I had an older grandma. Growing up, when my grandma used to give us baths, she didn't do soap. Like, we just used to wash up with water. Like, we used to get in the tub and wash. She was very old school, you know. Or if we had soap, it was that very cheap bar soap. So that might be a thing too, depending on how old school her grandma is. I don't know. She might not have the new, Irish Spring body wash and deodorants and soaps like that. If she has, especially if she has an older grandma, her grandma might be just giving her the bare minimum to do self-care. And especially with her being, a young woman, our body changes, we start our menstrual cycles and stuff like that. She might need a little bit more. She might need to get introduced to like good deodorant, baby powder, you know what I mean? Just things to help her and her minimum toiletries just to get her right before she goes to school. She might need an emergency care packet, deodorant and some wet wipes in her purse. Like that stuff becomes essential. And it's good habits to have, especially when she's getting older and you guys being teenagers, preteens. Sorry, I had to give my cat food. Oh, you have a cat? We have a cat too. Our cat is named Nico. It's a black, white, short hair domestic. And we love him. How old is Nico now? Like 2.5? Yeah, Nico's like 2.5. What kind of cat do you have? What color is it? What I was telling you is it might be a time to, start looking for employment, get a job, even if you got to start something simple, start off doing McDonald's or something like that. Save your checks to the side so you can think of your exit plan, especially if you feel like you're not getting much help from your mom, if you're not getting much help from your support system. Also, at the university, they should have some type of guidance counselors and they can talk to you about things like depression, stuff like that. Never be afraid to use your resources, right? It's always important to go out there and use your resources. I know one of you guys said you sub, but I'm just trying to make sure both of you guys sub because I would love to talk to you guys more. Like future live, future videos, if you guys want to email me or hit me up on other platforms. I have a Persian cat. Her name is, can I say that right? Gilly? Did I say that right? And she is already 14. Ooh. She's getting sick and weak. Oh. How long have you had her? I love it when people get to grow older with their pets. Like if you had her ever since she was a newborn. Let me see. So I could study abroad in Sweden. Yeah. Let's see. Yes, I always hang out with one of my professors, and she is so sweet. She says she'll make sure to save me a spot. See, that's good. I've had my cat since she was a newborn. See? Okay, so look. Think about it like this. You gave your cat the most love possible. Like your cat has stuck with you in a home forever. Like you are all your cat knows. And if you want to talk about unconditional love, you are already doing that for your cat. You have already changed your life. Yes, you changed your life. And think about it. If you were no longer here no more, how would your cat feel? I know your cat's not a human, but at the same token, pets have feelings. And your cat love you so much. I bet you your cat love you. That is so sweet. I saw a video. It was, I want to say it was a orangutan, and it was in the wild, and the orangutan had turned old, right? And they had a old man come in and like stroke his fur and stuff. And back in like the 80s or something like that, I'm just throwing something out there. A long time ago, I don't know how long orangutans' lifespans are, but a long time ago, that man used to be its zookeeper. And the orangutan remembered that man's face upon seeing it, and his face just lit up, and it's just like he became a kid again. He was jumping all around like, "Ah!" And the reason why they bought that man is because the monkey had got so sick and it wasn't eating or anything anymore, and they felt like it was about to pass. So when they had that special surprise of his old zookeeper coming in, it lit up his face. And I say that in reference to your cat. Like your cat is going, like it just has so many good memories with you. And your even though your cat is sick and getting older, you're actually keeping it young by showing it so much love and affection. You know what I mean? So that's a blessing to have a pet, since it was a newborn. Keep talking. I just gotta remove my contact lens real quick, but I'm listening. You fine. You wear contacts. I'm so scared to wear those things. I used to. Before I was a glasses girly, I was a contact girly. But just me trying to poke my eye and get that thing out, I realized one thing I can't do. I can't wear contact with fingernails. Like having long fingernails, having my fingernails done, it's impossible. It's like I gotta pick a struggle. Even with glasses and have my nails done, or either I'm gonna have fingernails and I'm not gonna have fingernails and wear contacts. Let's go back. They also talk about how she is fat. Oh, so the girl with the body odor, they also talk about how she is fat. Why are people so mean? People are very cruel in this world. Marsha wants to say something, my daughter. You gotta speak up.
Oh, in this society, people are more bolder and more meaner, I believe.
Well,
right. I take that back.
Girl, it needs to be a lot worse than this. That's another lie for another time.
I take that back. Never mind. Forget I said that.
Nah, for real. It's but in the society, people are really bold and mean, and it's sad about how everything is about what looks aesthetically pleasing. I watched this one show. It's like a debate show, and I think I touched on this earlier with you guys. But in this show, it was skinny versus fat, and this is so crazy. First of all, love you for you. I feel like as long as you're trying to get healthy, it doesn't matter about what shape you actually have, right? So as long as you are treating your body right, you're doing some form of exercise. And I say that just so your joints won't lock up. I say that just so you won't fall into high blood pressure and diabetes and all this and that. You try to take care of yourself just so you won't have sickly issues in the future. You know what I mean? But as far as your body frame, your frame is your frame, baby. My frame is what I done had 3 kids. My frame is my frame, right? So I could slim down a little bit. I could try to, exercise 24/7. But as long as I'm doing enough to make myself please, doing enough to avoid certain health issues, I can't change the frame that I'm in, no matter how bigger or skinnier I am. And I'm going to be accepting to that. And people don't have to accept me. But if you want to be in my life, you do. So that's what that person needs to know. And look, if you cool with the person with the body odor or whatever, they don't never have to know that we had this conversation. But if you want to point them to my channel, like, hey, it's a girl on YouTube, her name is Sweet Stardom. She always gives advice. I feel like you would like her channel. I watch her. If you want to put your friends on, because I do feel like my audience, my Sweet Star Squad, a lot of you guys are teenagers. And a lot of you guys do need positivity. You need a role model in life to help guide you towards good situations. And even some of the bullies, I get on them like it's not okay to bully people. It's not okay to talk about people because you never know what that person is going through. And a lot of it helps because I have a teenage daughter. I have a preteen son, and I talk to them a lot, and I know about what's going on in today's world. I know about what's going on cyberbullying. I know what's going on as far as school atmosphere. So if she needs somebody to talk to too, I'm here. Let's see. Okay, I was just making sure I was caught up on comments with you guys. But yeah, I mean, it's never okay to bully a person, and it feels good to know that people like yourselves are here in this world to let people know that they're not alone. People like yourselves are here, and it's good to know that you're in this world knowing that you're a good person and still performing good duties. You know what I mean? It's not about how people look at you or what people think. You're a good person. You good people. You cool people. Okay, I will let her know. But she told me she is at therapy now. Yesterday, one person said, I'm about to get in the shower and wash my clothes, and kept saying it to be rude to her. It's so crazy. That might be another thing. Look, let me tell you this. Because you got to think about it from all aspects, especially if she lives with her grandma. I'm sorry, I'm just going to check my phone real quick, y'all. Okay. I try to stay up with my texts and phone calls. So, this might be another thing. Growing up, because I live with my grandma, right? Like, she kept emphasizing it. Yeah, that's crazy. She was trying to embarrass that girl. She was trying to. If a person has body odor, 9 times out of 10, they know it. But this is a perspective to help those type of people see their situation. This may or may not be this young girl's situation. Growing up, y'all, I was raised by my grandmother. We didn't have a washer or dryer. My grandma used to wash our clothes out on her hands with basic dish soap and hang it up to dry. And let's be honest, them clothes were still funky. They was clean, but they was funky. They smelled better than yesterday. Put it like that. But we didn't have a washer and dryer to make it smell like spring, fresh scent Irish. You know what I mean? Like, we weren't as fortunate with that as what I am today with my kids washing their clothes in an actual washing machine. You know what I mean? So she might have a real old school granny. Her granny might be washing her clothes out, or maybe the young girl got to wash her clothes out. Hey, I remember at one point where I didn't have a washer and dryer, and I had to wash my kids' clothes out. You know, you just can't really judge a book by a cover, and I hate that people is doing that to her. It's very mean, and it's not okay, and it doesn't need to be normalized. If anything, let's normalize bullies getting called out. Let's normalize bullies being shut down, because it's all fun and games to them until they push a person over the edge so much to the point where that person doesn't want to be here no more. And that happened with my sister's nephew-in-law. He got bullied so bad, and this is recent. This was last month. He got bullied so bad. He was 17 years old, 16, 17. He got bullied so bad to the point where he took his own life, and he jumped off a building, and it wasn't worth that. It wasn't worth it. He's worth being here. You have to remember, even if you have bad days, you don't have a bad life. It's people who are literally on the street, y'all. They don't have the opportunity to go in school. And even if they are in school, they don't have an opportunity to get meals. You know what I mean? You know how school provide lunches and stuff? They on the street. They don't have nowhere to live. They orphans. They don't have any parents at all. They don't have nobody to take care of them. Or they're stuck in the system, and the people that they do go to is abusing them. They're in a situation where it's hard for them to even set boundaries because of who's raising them. You know? So it's unfortunate, but both of those, the young lady that you're talking about, she seemed like she's healthy, and maybe she's taken care of, but it's just mean kids. And it's sad. Let's see. My professor that I always talk to is from Canada. But she speaks perfect German and she is like a mother to me. I kind of want to be more with her, but I don't want it to come off as weird. I get it. I don't know how to chill more with her, but I mean, she told me that I could come by her office whenever I want to. How is my English, by the way? Your English is perfect. Like, homie vibes. I feel like we just talking. We two friends chopping it up. Like, no, your English is very good. You're articulating yourself well. I understand everything that you're saying. You are doing awesome. Like, I'm not having trouble by any means, understanding you. How's my English? Look, that's the real question. Sweet star, because I know that sometimes, especially when I'm passionate about stuff, I talk very fast, and this is why me and my daughter, we talk to each other like 50 miles per hour. We talk really fast, but sometimes that leads to me stuttering, and I'm like, hold on, take it back. Let me rephrase the way that I put that. So, how is my English sounding to you guys? Look. But as far as your professor go, I think that that's very good that you found someone that you look up to, like a mentor and things like that. But just, me talking to you, me and you talking, be careful with that. Don't let a person take advantage of you because you're in a vulnerable state, right? Because a lot of times people will. So have a boundary with that. It's awesome that you found somebody that you could talk to and they're a listening ear. They feel like a mother to you. But just be careful because sometimes people take advantage of you being in a vulnerable state. You know what I mean? So make sure that that person has good intentions to you and have a boundary. Don't do anything that you're not okay with doing just because you feel like that person is accepting of you in your life. Be careful. I want the best for you. Okay, let's see. DNS stands for, oh, somebody had a request. Let's see. By the way, can you call me Charlie? Yes, Charlie. I'm sorry. I just go off of usernames. That's all I see on here. Okay, so Charlie. Okay, now this one is from DNS. DNS stands for my name, Demi, and my sister name is Sani. Oh, Demi and Sani. Okay, so Charlie, and then we got Demi. Demi, Charlie. Got it. It's about to turn 9 p.m. here in Germany, and I haven't done anything for you and I today. Oh no! So it's finna be 9 a.m. Look, it's 1 o'clock here. It's 1:51. Actually, finna be 2. So yeah, don't stay up too late. You don't want to end up cramming and then staying up all night trying to do your work. So even if you got to get off the live, I appreciate talking to you. I'm here anytime you need me. It's nothing to rewatch some of my old videos or leave a comment. I'm here. I'm on live all the time. I try to go on live every single day, if not every other day. I'm here. So don't worry about me at all. Like, until next time, me and you will definitely chop it up and talk. Don't be afraid to email me or leave a comment below in one of my videos if you want me to touch on a specific subject. I got you. Like, this is my job. This is what I do. I try to be a content creator. Hopefully my platform gets big enough someday so I can actually make money from it, but I just do what I love regardless, even if I don't make too much from it. So, if you ever need advice on anything, I could do a whole vlog about it. Let's see. People also call CPS on her family because of her smell and the way she looks and told us she gets beat with an extension cord. Ooh. Wow. And that's what I was talking about earlier. We can't compare lives because we never know what another person is going through. And a lot of people actually have it way worse than us. I wonder what the CPS do. Because I get it with the smell, but CPS also needs to get looked into because of the beating, right? The beating with the extension cord. We're going to good thing it's in professional hands, and we're going to let CPS handle it. The right thing is happening now with that situation that needs to happen, especially if it's her body odor is not because she can't help it, not because her hormones are changing, she's getting older, she's getting a teenager, but because she's really getting neglected. Yeah, it's a good thing that CPS is looking into that, And a lot of the times, this might be a personal question, but I'm curious because I'm trying to see if it's neglect or not. Does she have her hair combed? Like, is it combed? It ain't got to be all the way braided or, nothing crazy, but is it combed or is it just really wild and everywhere? Do it look like her braids been up for like the past 6 months? Like, How is her hair? A lot of the times you could tell by a person's hair the way that they are getting groomed at home, you know? Okay, let's see. Your English is great. What do you mean? Thank you. I tried. No, I speak English. I am English. See? You just gave me a compliment and I messed it up. I speak English. I speak English. Lately I have been trying to study Espanol. I would love to study like German and all that. Like I think you cool. Like I'm looking at you and where you from in Sweden and all that. Like it's just that's just awesome. It's all right. I won't do anything anymore today. I'm too tired. I stay in for the live some more time. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I ain't gonna spend too much more time on here. I had really went overtime. I was just I was loving y'all conversation. Usually when I get alive, y'all, I be like, okay, I'm gonna stay for like 20, 30 minutes. 30 minutes tops, but I be trying to at least hit that 10, 20 minute mark. But this conversation was so good, and I feel like I'm vibing with both of y'all, and it's just amazing to me how I could hold two full conversations with two different people and switch subjects and still be full blown entertained. I'm fully into it. And I don't care if y'all the only two people on the live. I love talking to y'all. What's up? It's 2:52 for me. Okay, so you are an hour ahead of me. Okay. You are an hour ahead from me. Okay, so Charlie like you're like what, 8 hours, 7, 8 hours, something like that ahead of me. Okay. I'm getting it. And then Demi is an hour ahead of me. Okay. My plan is to study Swedish in the. I'm not gonna pretend like I know how to pronounce that word. I just keep skipping over. I be like, and culture. The Scandinavian culture. I gotta look that up. See, you teaching me some. I was gonna say, hey Siri, what is? But I'm wait till we get off live. And at university, and they move. Or can you tell me what does the Scandinavian culture? What is, just give me like a short, bio of what that's about, or what is the study at university. I'm learning stuff at 31. See, and move to Sweden and do nautical studies. That's another word I'm about to Google so I can become a captain. See, look, you come on now, Charlie. You got it together. You got it together. Your mindset is there. Okay. You deserve to be here, baby. You got it. You got it. Look at you sounding all educated. You got it. Meanwhile, Sweet Star gonna have to Google half the stuff. And it's not that I can't understand your English. It's perfect. It's that I don't understand that whole studies. Like you got it. Yes, and her hair is in braids every month. Okay. So if her hair is in braids every month and she got her hair done, it doesn't seem like neglect. It might be something that she really just can't control. But as far as the extension cord shabam, that's not okay. Mm-mm. Like, does she actually come to school with marks and stuff all over her, or is she talking about it to everybody, or like, how did you find that out, or did another mutual friend tell you? Because sometimes it be rumors. Sometimes people just. My mother is Italian. I love that word. Some people say Italian, but I say Italian. How do you pronounce it? Is it Italian or do you say Italian? I say Italian. I put the extra "ly" in it because I just read words. I have a habit of reading words the way that they're spelled. So I say Italian. Okay, my mother is Italian and my father is Ukrainian. Like this. Look at me sprinkling. My father is Ukrainian, so I speak German, Italian, Russian, English, French, Espanol, and I understand a bit of Ukrainian, and now studying Swedish and other Nordic languages. You got it. Oh my gosh. Do you realize how special you are? Wow. I'm still working on English. And that's my main, that's my primary language. Wow. Okay. Scandinavia is all the Nordic countries like Sweden, Norway, Iceland, and all. Don't tell nobody I ain't know that. Don't tell nobody. Do not tell nobody. And I study the Viking history. Ooh, that's cool. That's cool. This is Sparta. I just had to. In Nordic and all. Like, all the celebrations, like the Midsummer that comes from Sweden or IKEA or meatballs. I love Sweden. It's my favorite country. You got it. See, your brain is very blessed. Like, just to be able to speak all those languages. Okay, so the languages that you mentioned, do you speak them fluently? Like, are you really good at speaking in them languages, or do you know a little bit? Like, I know a little bit of Spanish. I'm still studying it, and I know a little bit of sign language, but I'm not fluent. I could probably be. I'm more fluent in sign language than I am in Spanish. Like, I could probably figure out what a person is saying in sign language, the words that I don't know. But in Spanish, if I haven't taught myself that, I'm completely lost. Especially when they talk fast. My goal is to talk in Spanish just as fast as I do in English. She told us herself she wears a jacket every day. Yeah, I'm glad that she has friends to confide in, right? And CPS is there taking care of this situation, which I'm glad, CPS got involved. And that's one of the things where she just gotta, pray and pray for your friends, no matter who you believe in. Pray for your friends, and that situation will work itself out. And I hate that she's going through that, but the thing about life is we don't know what cards were dealt with. When we pop up in this world and we become born, we can't assign ourselves to specific families. That type of thing is out of our control. And some people are, they live a more comfortable life than others when it comes to family and relationships and upbringing. But I will tell you this, everything that she's going through, and although she does not deserve to go through none of those bad things, is going to mold her into the person that she becomes in the future. And hopefully that's a good person. Hopefully is a person who knows how to love. Hopefully is a person who does not neglect. She doesn't neglect her own kids or people in her life because of what she's gone through. So I'm going to keep her in my prayers as well. I'm going to pray for your friend, Demi. And you continue to pray for your friends as well. Even the girl who wants to, low key obsessed with you, pray for her too. Set your boundaries still, but pray for her too, because obviously she's going through some type of neglect that makes her cling on to you so much that she doesn't see who she is. You know what I mean? Okay, let's see. More or less fluently, yeah. Not fluent in Spanish and French, but the rest fluent, I'll say yeah. Wow. So do you know, I got a question. Do you know how to talk in those other languages too? Like not, type. Like if this wasn't an English chat, would you know how to fully talk to me in those other languages that you're fluent in? Like would you be able to, I don't even know how to convert the words when it comes to the keyboard. I'm just gonna stay in my lane. I play violin and guitar, by the way, for like 12 years already. It helps distract myself from all the stress. Violin and guitar for 12 years. Oh my gosh, you are a guru. You are killing it. Are you serious? Violin and guitar, that is awesome. Do you have videos on your channel? I would love to see you play. If not, maybe you could use that as an extra hobby because you said to help, distract you from the stress. Do something on YouTube. What are you guys' channels about? Do any of you guys do videos on your channels? Like, do you actually have content up, or do you just make your channel so you can watch other people's profiles? Either one is fine. Just asking. I also draw a lot or write books and stories. Ooh. That is awesome. Maybe you should look up some videos about Amazon KDP and start publishing. Who knows? You might be the next young Arthur, young famous Arthur. My daughter loves to draw. I love to draw too. Mainly horror or thriller or fantasy or medieval and Viking stuff. That's cool. You take me as an anime fan. Do you love a little bit of anime? I love anime. That's why I'm asking. She's saying that she doesn't want to leave her family. Yes, I know. She also says she hates her mom. Ooh, I get it. I get it. It's a scary thing when you're being abused or neglected and you speak out because you get scared. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know, if you get taken away, you don't know the new family that you would go to. You don't know what would happen to your life, whether it would get ultimately better or worse. It's scary. I get it. But Sometimes you never know until you take that chance. You got to know your boundary. And it's scared to have to make your boundary in the 6th grade. It's scared to say, my boundary is, I'm going to leave this house. I'd rather take my gamble, my chances, and go to another family or a facility, whatever the case is. But if she's literally getting beat, somebody does need to step in. She doesn't deserve to sit there through that. If she's getting beat, there's a difference between getting a whooping, because can we go there, a spanking, versus being beat. That's what I'm trying to say. It's a difference. If she's getting actual beats, yeah, she needs to be removed from that situation, removed from that household. Unfortunately not, but I just post C pics in photography on Instagram. Unfortunately, you don't have Instagram. Otherwise, I'll text you over there. I don't. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I like anime, but I'm not that experienced in it. Right now, my kids and I, we're currently watching One Piece, right? So we're not too far away from the time skip. If you know about One Piece, we finished watching all of Naruto, the original OG Naruto and Shippuden. We got into Boruto, but once they did the language barrier, and I like dub better than sub. I'm one of the few people who chooses dub over sub. I get it. But once Boruto got to the sub part, I just kind of got out of it. I don't feel like Boruto is nearly as good as Naruto. Yeah, let's see. I like Pirate Viking vibes. Ooh. I think I'm a mix between metalhead and hippie, to be honest. Of course, I know One Piece. The One Piece is real. I just had to. My daughter laughing at me. I just had to. Man, Whitebeard started some stuff up. Did you see that part? Whitebeard started up, bro. When he was like, the One Piece is real. Before he went out with a bang. I love that part. Yeah, Whitebeard, that's you see the way I looked at my phone? Why is everybody calling me? Why is everybody calling me? I'm on live. Let's see. Let's riddle. Let's entertain people. Hello?
Hey, I'm just calling you on serious phone because my phone about dead. But you busy right now?
I'm on live YouTube.
Okay. Guess what I just seen real ugly at McDonald's in the heart?
Lord have mercy. Who? Oh, you did? Ugh. Which one? Which one? Oh, okay. Girl, we'll talk. All right, bye. Yeah, I had to take her off speakerphone. That is my sister. That's my sister, y'all. You said never mind. You said tell her greetings from some young random guy on YouTube. Never mind. Yeah, I had to take her but off speakerphone. I was gonna entertain her, but yeah, her conversations get pretty wild. That's my boundary. Somebody say, "Sweet Star, you know your boundary." I can't talk to her. I can't talk to her on YouTube Live. That is my boundary. The way my sister be talking, she'll get me canceled, baby. I can't. No, but for real though, that's what you gotta do. When you know a person, when you know you have your limitations with a person, even though you love them, even though they family, set a boundary with that. Like, I gotta talk to you later. What you finna talk about, that is not gonna make me feel good. I can't sit on the phone with you and talk about people. I just can't. That's my boundary. I'm a bit depressed because my ex-girlfriend broke up with me last year right before my birthday. What? Wow. Wow. How long were you and her together? Curious. Is there another way I could just text you? Unfortunately, okay, this is the crazy thing. YouTube, and I feel like they need to start having it. We don't have a private chat. We don't have like a DM. I do feel like YouTube does need to do messages so we could really interact with our subscribers. You know what I mean? The only other thing I have is Facebook, TikTok, and Gmail. With you being at the university, I am sure that you guys have some sort of emails. Like, all students have some sort of Campus Connect login. You can use your university email to email my Gmail. You don't have to physically have Gmail, but you can use your student account to email anyone. At least that's how I think it works. It should work like that. Yeah, it does work like that. You can use that to email me. And my email is in the description box below. Even after this live, you go to the description box, you'll see it. It should be in my YouTube bio too, off of my plain channel. Or any of my last few videos. Not my shorts, but my last few videos, vlogs, lives, whatever, you'll see my email in the description box. Okay, only for university stuff. I can use private email too. I'll send you an email later. Okay, yeah, that's cool. We were together for 1 year. Think about this. Think about it like this. You ain't got no ties to that girl. You ain't got no kids by that girl. You free, baby. Be lucky that you found her out now after 1 year instead of her wasting 10, 20, 30 years of your life. That's when it hurts bad. And I'm not trying to discredit your feelings. I know it hurt. I know it hurt. Look, them little situationships be hurting. That's why that's why I say don't get in situationships. But as far as relationships go, be glad that it ended when it did instead of this continuing and her ruining your life. Right? Yeah. I feel bad because many people have more bad stuff about her than she has of them. It gets like that. And I get it, you an empath, but I'm going to tell you this. You can't let this consume you too much. You can't let the stress of other people, you can't take on that burden and take that home with you every day. I know that you want the world to be a better place. Both of y'all do. But with your situation, although these young ladies are going through what they're going through, Demi, you have to realize I have my own separate life, and I can't let them weigh too much on me because it's too much pressure, right? It makes me feel confused. It makes me feel, conflicted in whether I want to be this girlfriend or not, or what should I do about this situation? As far as the one girl, CPS is handling that. So it's in the right hands. As far as the other girl, you did your boundary with her. And you know that, she cool people, but you just can't be her friend. You know the answers to it already. You know what I mean? So I would just say focus on yourself and don't try to worry about too much about what's going on with them. Be there for them, pray for them, be, a listening ear, but have a boundary with that. Don't let them consume you too much. And just like I teach my daughter, y'all are around the same age. When it was too much going on with my daughter, I told her, let's talk about capacity. Tell the young ladies you don't have the capacity to continue this conversation. Just like y'all see, and I'm glad y'all see me talk to my sister on the phone. Even if you want to put it, let them know you serious. You ain't got to put it in a joking way, but even if you want it to be a little lighthearted, you ain't got to be so all super serious and mean. But I told the little girl, I'll talk to you later. Like, even that, you busy right now. Like, you'll talk to them later. You don't have the capacity. I'll tell her straight up, little girl, I ain't got the capacity for this conversation right now. We'll talk at a later time about something else. And she just be like, bye, star. And she clicked the phone, but it's all love. Like, she don't feel no type of way. And you got to stand on your boundary. I'm joking, but I'm serious. Don't call my phone back in 2 hours talking about this, because then I'm going to have to get on that with you. Little girl, what I just say? I'm not talking about that. Hi, how's the weather? But you just got to be more bold. And that comes with age, too. The older you get, the stronger your boundary gets. And you know what you want and what you don't want in life, and what you are and what you're not settling for, right? It's all about growing, trial and error and mistakes. Some people are that blessed to have it at a young age, and they know their boundary. They know what they stand for. They said what they said. But some people has to go through the ups and downs with life to really go through experience to know and get them stronger. To know, I'm sorry, my battery's low. To know what they are and what they're not going through. Let's see. Having trouble finding my girl. I want to come off as manly as possible, but of course most people don't see me as that. So also hard to find a new girl, and my self-esteem is so low. I swear I see myself as a weird guy who is antisocial and introverted. I'm hugging my IKEA shark plushie right now because I'm sad. I just want to exist without trouble anybody troubling anybody, and my people still send so much hate and all. Germany is becoming very dangerous for foreign folks because as the right wing party is gaining more power. Yeah, I get what you're saying. And I never want your safety to be at risk. So if you ever feel like you're in danger, with you being 18, and it might be scary, but it might be time to at least think about where do you want to live future going forward. Where do you want to be at when you turn 20? Where do you want to live when you turn 30? If you feel like your area is not safe for you, it might be time you want to move to Sweden. Okay, yeah, because you keep mentioning that, right? So Sweden is going to be your destination spot, right? So now we have to do a game plan about what does it take for me to get to Sweden. I know you said school and everything like that. Sweden is a very welcoming country, and Swedish people are so nice. Oh, so yeah, think about this. How much money do I need to save up? What is the cost of living out there? How much would an apartment cost me? Is it a different type of currency out there? You know how they have pesos compared to American dollars? Like, I'm just giving you an example. I don't know what it's like out there. Is it different? Like, what is the value of your money out here where you're at versus in Sweden? Like, will you have to work twice as hard to get that amount? Is it better paying jobs out there, or are the better paying jobs where you're at right now in Germany? Are you better off working and saving up your money in Germany, and then when you take it to Sweden, would you be richer? Like in America, right? Where I'm at right now in Indiana, I make more money than in Mexico, right? So my American dollars going out there, the value of money is they appreciate my American dollars more. I'm rich when I come to Mexico. You know what I mean? Just giving an example. So just do your homework on stuff like that and form out your exit plan. But you seem like a very nice person. And you seem like you have a good grasp and idea of what you want to do with your life. And for that, I am very proud of you. And I think that you should keep pushing. You got a good head on your shoulders. Your English is very well. I can tell that you can, you know, be appropriate in different scenarios, code switch, if you will. So you can talk to different people with different languages very fluently. And I feel like that's going to help you a lot in life as well. And as far as dating, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, because you're a good person and everybody has somebody for them. And your person may be in Sweden. But even if you end up being single, alone does not mean lonely, right? You still have yourself. You still got your cat. You still got your heart, your spirit, your professor. You're going to gain new people in your life. You are not weird. It's nothing weird about being smart. It's nothing weird about having a good head on your shoulder. It's nothing weird about living your life positive. Don't worry about if people can't accept you for who you are. Forget them. Forget them. Oh, well. You're a good person in your heart, and you know that you're here for a reason. Forget them. They don't deserve to have you in their life. And that's the way you got to think about it. I'm all for being a positive version of delusional. People don't deserve me if they can't see me. What's up? What's up? Call it delusional if you will. People don't deserve me. I was too good to be in their life anyway. They ain't deserve me. What's up? If they feel like that because of something that's within my heart, within my body that I cannot change. This is the way that I am. This is the way I feel like God made me to be. I can't change that. You know? Okay, just spotted a bug on my sharp plushie. I killed it. Let the bug live. No, I'm just playing. I'll do the same thing. Oh, man. It was good talking to you, but I have to watch my baby cousin, so I join later. Okay, y'all, I'm finna get off too. My phone battery is really low. I love you guys. I love you. Thank you so much for watching my live, and make sure that y'all subscribe once again. Till next time, Sweet Star out. Bye, guys.